Thank you. It's good to be back at a USINPAC event, and particularly it's good to have two Irishmen here talking on India and Afghanistan. So that's, you know, you're in a good place. And to see Mr. Sabal again, I met him a number of years ago in his capacity then working within the Indian government as the foreign secretary. And that was during my previous time as the co-chair of the India Caucus. I once again am co-chair again and very proud to be here this morning. I also would not be here in a lot of respects if it were not for Sanjay Puri as well. He's been a great friend and ally throughout the years, and I appreciate always seeing him and all he's done to help me personally. This discussion you're having today on Afghanistan and its moving forward is timely and one that impacts not only on America, but throughout the world itself. What the United States has always wanted is a peaceful, stable, democratic, and prosperous Afghanistan. I very much hope that that is still possible. At the end of the day, the Afghans want what so many of us want, and that is the chance to raise their children, make a living, get ahead, and simply live their lives. After all, by some counts, over 40% of the Afghanistan population are under 14 years of age. These are kids, and it's them we should be thinking about. But the fact is, with the United States, for the most part, leaving Afghanistan next year, there are a lot of questions that are still up in the air, including what the leadership in Afghanistan will look like, and whether or not it can find peace and truly unite the country. This is all the more important because the United States never planned to stay in Afghanistan forever, nor should we. But there is one thing we should be able to agree on. Afghanistan should be for the Afghan people. Afghanistan is not a country that should be taken over by any other country. And it's not a country that should be taken over by any one political group. We all want to avoid a situation in which the Taliban controls Afghanistan and renews the war on women, as Lisa pointed out. So I'm very happy that this panel is taking place today to examine these and other issues. These are the kinds of informed debates that need to take place and to happen sooner rather than later. I know that my good friends in Congress, Eliot Engel, as well as Ami Bera, are both working very hard on these issues, especially in regards to the Afghanistan-Indian relationship. Ami has focused in particular on issues relating to India-Afghanistan relationship, and I was glad to discuss it with him after his recent trip to Kabul. Later today, I'm meeting with Rajnath Singh, the president of the BJP, to discuss his country's views on Afghanistan, amongst other issues. I appreciate all the Indian guests who are here and a part of this discussion, this group today. I'm interested in the situation in Afghanistan because of the impact on America, but I've also closely followed the regional impact as well. As I said before, I'm the co-chair of the India Caucus, and I am an incredible fan of India and its people. My co-chair, Peter Roskam, and I are doing everything we can to advance the U.S.-India relationship. I'm pro-India, to put it simply. But we aren't considering options on Afghanistan for the sake of anyone except the people of Afghanistan. That is a view that I hope many of our other countries who are engaged will also consider as well. It is a view that I believe India has taken, and I just hope Afghanistan's other neighbors do so as well. We need to move past old mindsets of zero-sum games. India is doing a wonderful job of moving on. It's time for the whole region to do so as well. In the end, doing what is best for Afghanistan will not only benefit India, but it will benefit all of Afghanistan's neighbors as well. I just hope that we can get there. And I know there is a great deal of concern about the leaving of U.S. troops in Afghanistan. I would also just point out that's where the focus ought to have been, in my opinion, from the get-go. As was mentioned earlier, I lost a first cousin as a result of the attack of 9/11, and I think there was universal support for rooting out al-Qaeda and their allies in the Taliban. And unfortunately, we have not been as successful as I think we ought to have been within the region. But I do think we have laid down the fundamental groundwork for helping Afghanistan move towards a democratic state. Whether that is sustainable or not is up to the Afghanistan people. And it's my hope and I pray that they do find a way forward. It's in the interest, as I said before, not only of our country and of obviously Afghanistan, but the people of India and the surrounding communities as well as Pakistan as well. We need to get this right. Afghanistan needs to get it right. And India and all the countries in the region need to help make sure that Afghanistan gets it right. So thank you once again for having me here today. And I look forward to hearing about the report from your further discussion today. Unfortunately, I have to go on to another committee meeting now. So thank you all very, very much.